Hey everybody, it's Kim, and today we are going to talk about apps. Hopefully you have productivity apps on your phone that will help you be more organized, be more in tune to what you're doing every day in your business as well as in your personal life to keep you moving forward and not keeping you stressed out. We don't want you stressed out. So what we're going to talk about are the top apps that I think that would be good for you. In the blog below, I have every one of the apps that I'm talking about listed, and I have a link to their website. So that way you don't have to go and look for them or anything like that. So take a look and let me know what you think, but I'm going to give you some highlights here. So we're going to talk about Dropbox. I'm sure everybody already has Dropbox. You probably have a free version, if you have it at all. So if you have the free version, you can use that up into a certain amount, and then it's going to make you pay, and I think it's like $10 a month. There's also a business account that you can look into. I personally don't use that. I don't need to use it. I am fine with the $10 a month that I need, and I have 20 years worth of business folders on every aspect of my business in my Dropbox. That is my go-to. If I can't find something that I did 10 years ago, I will go back into, and I can find it in Dropbox. It's a great app to have on your phone, but to also put it on your laptop, because anywhere you are, any smartphone that you use, whether it's your tablet, your laptop, your phone, you can access it from anywhere at any time. So make sure you have that downloaded if you don't already on your phone as well as on your laptop, your desktop, so that if you're out and about and you're sitting at an inspection and you need a file, you can go into your Dropbox and boom, find it. Same thing with G Drive. G Drive is of course a Google product. It's free to a point as well. I don't know, couldn't tell you what I pay for it. I think I want to say $10 a month, but it's also very similar. You can do a lot more. I like G Drive better than I like Dropbox, even though I've used Dropbox since they opened the doors, because I don't want to take the time to move everything over to G Drive. And I did try it a couple of years ago. I tried to balance, and see which one I was more comfortable with. And I found that Dropbox was better for me and my team. For some reason, it just works better for the team and me together. And it may be because we've all been together so long, I don't know. And you kind of get into that, you got a system, it works, don't change it, don't rock the boat. If it works, don't fix it. But with G Drive, I do keep certain things on G Drive that I have not put on Dropbox, just because I'm just kind of experimenting. But with G Drive, I keep certain things like my personal stuff, any of my courses, anything like that over there. And I find that that works really well with my tech team when we're working on my website, my courses, my videos, or anything like that. So mine is kind of divided up. As a real estate agent, you can use either or, and it's kind of nice to have both, because if you're sharing a document with your client and you don't use maybe DocuSign or something like that, G Drive or Dropbox, they might already have, and you can just kind of share it that way. So these are just some of the things that, it's probably not anything new that you've heard, but it's something that you probably should sit down and look at when you have a chance and just see, what do you have in Dropbox? Is it organized? Can you find things easily? Sure, you can go to the search bar, but you should have folders set up for different parts of your business and be very organized. It'd be kind of like a filing cabinet. What we do, and we find that it works very well for us, is of course I have folders that are broken down by maybe my company, maybe my team, my clients, and then in each folder I have folders that pertain to that particular parent folder. So if I'm doing things with my business, I will have like 01 bookkeeping, 02 marketing, 03 blogs, things like that. So you can look at it and get it organized the way that it should work for you. Because the way I do it and the way you're going to do it are going to probably be two different ways. But you can look at some ideas, maybe on, do a Google on it, how people use Dropbox, maybe do a YouTube and see how people use it. And the same thing with Google Drive. There's a lot of information out there on how people use it. It's just finding what works for you, okay? And then if you don't have time to update it, of course you can have your assistant help you with that and help, kind of organize it the way you see fit. And then have both of those apps on your phone. Make sure you have those on your phone. And make sure that you keep them updated. It's very important for that. The other thing, and this is, it's not really an app, it's just something I want to throw at you, that in my previous blog, I believe it was my previous blog, it was the blog where I'm talking about your website needing a facelift. Google Analytics is huge to your performance of your website, as well as so you can see what's going on with your website, the visitors, where they're coming from, how long they're staying on the site, etc. So look at the Google Analytics program and see how that works for you with your website, number one, but also, what do you need to do with it when you're looking over your website. It's really not an app, it's just something I thought of. You need to have analytics on your website. So, that's part of the G Suite. G Suite offers you all kinds of different tools. So it's really smart for you to sit down and look at the tools that Google offers you. There's a whole bunch of them. There's an app for a calendar, and that calendar can be shared with your team, and then create another calendar, and it can be shared with your family, and keep it all kind of organized and everything. So make sure you take some time to do that. And while I'm talking about that, make sure that you have your Google business profile updated. You probably already have one, but you want to go back and look at it to make sure that it's current. Maybe you've changed companies, maybe your office moved, maybe you got a new cell phone number, maybe your website changed. Just make sure all that information is updated. And then another one that is there's several out there, but a password protection program is vital to your business and to your personal life. That way you don't have to walk around remembering stuff. You don't have to write it down and carry it around with you and have the fear of somebody stealing your little password notebook, right? So the one that I use is Roboform. I've used it forever, and that's why I keep it, because I don't want to change. I've had it for probably 15 years. There's several out there. There's another one out there called 1Password, number 1Password. The link is below. It kind of goes over tracking all your passwords and everything. They all do that. So it's just really finding the one that works for you. Google even has one. LastPass is another one. Pushbullet. This is where you're connecting all your devices with different sites that you need to store them securely. So take a look at that one. Pushbullet, that's an account that connects all your devices where you can see and respond to the activities on your phone as well as on your computer. So that is another good one to look at to kind of make sure that you know what's going on with when you're on your website and everything. I mean your laptop. Strides is a good one to track your goals. So, that would be a good one to, kind of keep up with what you're doing. I have the Google Docs on my phone. I use all the Google Docs. And what I do is when I have a thought, I go to my Google Docs, I open it up, I record my thoughts, it types it up for me, and then when I go to my laptop, I can open it up, look at it, and go from there. You can do the same thing in Notes. You probably already have several programs. There's several programs where you can record your thoughts. You can record and text it to yourself. So come up with a way that works for you, because that's why we have these smartphones, is so that we can organize and maybe be more productive by using the apps that we find that work for us. Not everything is going to work for everybody else. So just kind of play around with them. If you don't like it, get rid of it. Keep your phone clean. If you're one of those people that just downloads every app that you hear about and then you don't ever use them, get them off your phone. You don't need them. just don't need them. Use the apps that you need and get rid of the ones you don't need. I have, business productivity folder that has all the apps that do with my business. I have one for personal. I have one for entertainment. I have one for shopping. I have one for, like all my financial stuff. So, just make sure you're looking at your apps to see what works for you, what doesn't. Go to the Google store or your app store and do a search like on productivity, what works, and look at the reviews. You don't really have to pay for anything. I think I've paid for maybe 2 apps, and I do use them. So therefore it's worth it for me. But a lot of this stuff you don't have to pay for. You can download just about every app, every program that you work with has an app. DocuSign, your MLS, Realtor.com, Zillow, they all have apps. Then you need to look at your personal business. And when I say personal, I mean your business, but then your personal stuff. And keep them all separated, but keep them organized. Look at the apps that work for you. Hopefully some of these apps will help you kind of trigger some excitement to, get more into, simplifying your life, right? So yeah, take a look at those. Let me know if you have an app that you like and that you think would be a really good one for, other agents or other business owners. I mean, we're all always looking for, what works for somebody else, and let's see if it works for us as well. So, we'd love to hear your comments on that. And, don't forget to connect with me. I am on all social media. Most of the time it's under Kim Hughes. Kim Hughes on Facebook, Kim Hughes Coaching on Instagram, LinkedIn, I'm Kim Hughes. I'm just everywhere. So I would love to connect with you and to learn more about you as well and what you need help with in your business. And then I'm also going to be hosting a webinar that's coming up soon. It's called the Ultimate Expired Listing System. And I would love for you to click on the link below and, join me. I'll let you know when I get ready to go live. And, if you don't have an expired listing program already in place, then this would be a good webinar for you to come in and join us on, because I'm going to give you a lot of great details on how to be successful with an expired listing system. I've been doing it for 30 years. So what I have done is over the 30 years, I have looked at what works, what doesn't work, and then I have put together a system that will help you. Of course, I always say put more listings on the books and put more money in your pocket. So, if you already have an expired listing program and you just want to kind of tweak it because it maybe got stale, or you kind of just don't do that because you haven't really thought about it, come over and join us. I think the webinar will be very informative. And if you fill out the form below, I'll send you an email when we get ready to go live, and you can jump on and hopefully you'll get some tips and things. Thanks for joining me. I hope to see you soon. And if you have any questions, please feel free to reach me at kim@kimhughes.com. Have a great day. Bye.